You must have clicked on this video and thinking that what I'm gonna learn today, what she's gonna say, but what I'm gonna offer from this video is there's no topic in my mind, or there's not a script that I'm following right now. I am just here as my being. This is my offering, that whatever is coming through me with the intention that I'm going to share in this video. And what's coming right now, I would say there's 2 or 3 things that are going in my mind or in whatever the energies I am in. And one of the things I feel called to talk about fear of visibility. We all want to be seen in some sort of way, because we all have something to offer, right? Everybody is so valuable. The thing is, they know it, but this fear that if I am gonna show up in some sort of way, how I will be perceived, right? And I understand, because sometimes the experiences that we had in our life, like during the childhood, you might be criticized, or when you took up some space and you were shut down. There could be so many things. Sometimes we're not even aware of it, but we do know that what's our fear. And I feel like once we are aware, that's the first step. I also understand that a lot of people who watch my videos, they have this awareness, they know. And from there, the thing that worked for me in my own journey, because I can only share about my life experiences, and the wisdom that I got from what I experienced and what I learned from it and how I overcame it. And now what's my offer to you? Like, maybe this is the perspective I can give it to you. And after the awareness, I understood that the next step is always the courage. For me, I know there's a fear that I don't know how I'm going to be perceived, but I'm okay with it. However I'm going to be perceived, it doesn't matter to me. I'm okay with it, because what matters to me is how I'm showing up, how I'm expressing the way I want to express, I'm talking the way I want to talk, or whatever my creation is, whatever way I'm expressing, I'm okay with that. And another thing is, which I really want to relate here, that if we know that we have a value to provide and we are here to impact the world, then how are we going to do it on a bigger scale without facing that fear? Because the more you're visible, the more energies that are around you, and some would like you, and there will always be that yin and yang, so understanding that both sides exist, even the polarities are there, but you stand in your ground, like you know your worth, and you show up as you are. So that fear of visibility will be gone if we just understand that we are here on a bigger mission. There's a large cosmic theme going on here, and we are that little puzzle. So if we have a mission here, we are here. And the best part is, we don't need to know the mission. All we have to focus on is face the fears. Facing your fears can literally help you to become anything you want. Literally anything, because you are not attached to who you were. That fear was holding you back, but now you have experienced it, you faced it, you're like, actually you were an illusion. Another thing is coming up for me is learning about other people's love languages. It is so important. I think over the years we all get to know our own love languages, like quality of time, service, or whatever that is. But I feel like we also have a list, as in like this is my priority and this is like kind of like in the bottom of the list. And for me, I love a good quality time and food. Oh my gosh, if I love you, I'm gonna feed you. But for me, if people around me want to be around me, and they deserve my quality time, and same, like I love people by giving my time to them. That's my way of showing my love language. And I'm also understanding that if we want to keep friendships or relationships genuinely in our life, it's so important to know other people's love languages. And just because you understand your love languages doesn't mean the other person has the same. And knowing that this person, what they value and who they are, can actually make the bond very cozy and intimate, long lasting, because you built that connection, right? You were somebody and they were somebody, and you kind of like met each other halfway. That's how you keep people in your life, right? And for me today, what I learned, it was my best friend's birthday, Joanna. I am so happy that we get to spend time, and yeah, I just love her. Today what I learned is her love language is gift giving, and mine is food, as I said, and quality time. But I and gift giving, mine is at the least. So you can see, like, there was a lot of work for me to do, and I actually put the effort today in a way that I'm just gonna learn about myself, that if I'm being thoughtful of somebody, that this person is like that. So for example, like when I bought the gifts for her, it was very, like, in the beginning I didn't know how to buy gifts for people, right? That was like very starting point for me. From there I just tapped into like what are her different aspects. Like, she's a writer, she's mischief, she's a visionary, she's a badass. So I had this idea in my mind that I'm gonna buy each present for her different personalities. So it was fun for me, like, you know, I had something to just look forward to. And I feel like when I had the intention, the things that I really picked up today, that was so her. Like, I can just tell you, that was so her. And I felt so good giving love and receiving love in such a beautiful way, which was very unfamiliar to me. But I went into that unfamiliar zone with the playful, with the curiosity, with an intention to keep the bond. And I just loved it. Today I learned that when you have good people in your life, make the effort to get to know them a little bit more, to appreciate them a little bit more, and to just look at them and just feel that I am so blessed. I am so blessed to have you in my life. Like, the importance of people in your life, the importance of good people. So today, this is what I learned about different love languages, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. That was new to me, but it was beautiful. I loved it. And the last thing that's going in my mind right now is creativity. Creativity is something that you have to give a space. If you are such a creative person, you have to give yourself some time. out of your creativity. Because if you're so creative, your way of living life is just to go like from one thing to another thing to another thing, because you're just so creative in everything and you excel it too. Like if you know, if you are a creative person, everything is just so cool to you, right? And what I've learned by being such a creative person, that sometimes I just have to forcefully shut myself that, hey, just go to sleep, like we can do all of the things tomorrow. Like, it's not about just doing, it's about the energy. Like you have energy everywhere, but when you are in that state, I am also learning that it's important to listen to your body. And yes, the mind wants to go so far, but our bodies has to catch up. That's why when we are slowing down, when we are long exhaling, when we are regulating our nervous system, when we are out in the nature, when we are just breathing, life starts to feel so good and our bodies can hold more. So that's what we are focusing on, right? And that's where the creativity thrives. Creativity thrives in those little pause and moments where we are just just sealing around. I call it a sealing around. Like that seal, I'm just gonna put an emoji here. During the day, I feel like there are some days when I just want to seal around around the sun, and I just love being a seal. Because to a human design projector, I'm a projector, and if you know, projectors need a lot of their own time in just being, so that they can just be and observe. And from there, when you're observing, that's where your wisdom comes from, because you see the patterns, you see the recognition, you listen, feel, download, whatever that is, it just drops in you, like drops in you. And from those drops, I would say the next job for the projector is to download that information in a way which simplifies it. Because the information that you get, or the guidance you get, it's very multi-dimensional, and us projectors, we like to simplify things, and we like to put things into like not a structure, but give people, be like, that was that easy, right? And it takes us time because we want to process that energy. That's where our projector energy becomes very effective. We are very efficient. Once we are in our thing, the thing just happens. But if we force it, us projectors, when we force things, the first thing comes up, the bitterness. We even feel the bitterness because we can't create sometimes, because our bodies haven't caught up. I feel like the more we become aware that we are getting into the bitterness, from that bitterness, we have the power to come and look at our shadows and be like, I integrate you. I don't let you lead my life. I would lead with love. And the first love for us is actually the self-love. We just give ourselves some love, that break and just be. And from there, we become the channel for the creativity to just flow through us. So if you are listening and you are a human design projector, you know what I'm talking about. And welcome to the channel of fellow projector. Let me know if you're not a projector. Well, what kind of human design do you have? Because that fascinates me. And actually you get to know a lot about the energy about that person, like what kind of energy that person has. I love manifestor generators and manifestors, and manifestor generators and projectors, I feel like we go quite good together, because manifestor generator, they want to like juggle so many things, and that goes with our projector kind of like holding space, that we were like, all right, all good, we just kind of work together pretty good. And the manifestor projector, they are both like visionaries. When a manifestor and a projector is talking, like their conversations are all about like big visions, so much depth in it too, because they both have so much holding space. Like they can explore the ideas, the conversations to a point where they just think big, because they hold big. I love human design. So let me know if what is your one. Do you know what, I almost did not make this video, because I was tired and I didn't know what to speak about. But then I thought, why do I have to write it down, or like I have to think about the topic? I tried that first, but it didn't work. I was like, this is the topic, but I don't want to talk about it. But then I'm like, well, there are a few things going in my mind, so I can just talk about that. And it doesn't have to, every video, everything that we put it on the internet, I feel like everybody's like, here's the 4 steps, here's this. Like I genuinely believe that we need spaces like this where we can just come and tell and talk about the things that are going on here. And sometimes there's millions of things, like multiple things going at the same time. So when we talk about the deep conversations, it has the capacity to tap into that multi-dimensional energies when we are sitting with ourselves. Why there's always has to be a script? I don't want any script. I feel like this kind of content style is more resonating with me. So let me know, do you like this type of content, or the videos that I have made before where I'm talking about a specific things? Personally, I feel that this is more enjoyable for me, because it's quite random, it feels like a conversation, and I understand that whoever is listening, they can just feel that she's just sitting next to me. Or even if you're listening while driving, it just feels like you have a company. That's the whole idea about it. That's the whole idea. The reason I share the videos of me on my TikTok, bestie, because I feel like we all are, as a human, looking for connection, and through internet opportunities are endless. So we are the one who are actually holding back from those connections, because we want to use social media. Most people use it in this way, that we use it, but the whole point of that is to make connections with the people. And how do we even make the connections with people when we are not showing up as who we are, in our raw, authentic self? Like, this is, can't go raw than that, because I have no topic to talk, but I have been talking from such a, I don't know how many minutes are here, but this is the amount of conversation I feel like goes in someone's mind whose mind is very creative. So if you're a creative soul, let me know what got you here. Why did you click on this video? Alright, so that was me. I did this spontaneous kind of video today, and would love to know the response. If anything resonated with you, if any part of it that you would like me to talk about, or something that you feel like, that's me, right? That's me. Let me know, because I would like to know that if you are tuning into this, if you're watching this, what made you stay? So leave it in the comments and I will see you in the next video. I love you.